Hello and welcome to the Blue Tower here in Manchester. This is a Blue Tower production. This is the James and Warren Lockdown Movie Talk because someone somewhere is always in lockdown. I am James, your host.
Oh, and I'm Warren, his co-host. Yay, we're back!
Yes, after I think it's 3 weeks.
3 weeks. You've been Captain Cooking it around. Where have you been?
I've been to I forgot
Whitby,
near Whitby. It's just up from Whitby. Been there. But work as well has come into play. So yes, so we're going back into a mini lockdown, especially for Halloween. And today we're talking about Demons 1985, aren't we?
Demons 1985. Yeah, because it's Halloween, and we're doing like 3, 5. I don't know what we're doing.
We're doing about 5 or 6, I want to say, because we're going to do movies and then the sequels.
Yeah, well, we're trying to do anyway.
Yes,
work commitments, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, life and stuff like that. So yeah, that all that and more we'll tell you afterwards. After this, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, so today on the podcast we're talking about Demons, the 1985 horror movie by Lamberto Bava. We've also got 2 synopses anyway, and Warren's don't quote me on this. And we've got some recommendations as well, have we?
Yeah, well, we've seen. I've seen a lot of Netflix recently. Netflix films, blah blah. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, well,
we've been away for 3 weeks, so yeah, there is a lot of recommendations.
Go through all that. Yeah, so Demons 1985. What is the synopsis?
Oh, right. The synopsis is here. Hang on a minute. I just got my Rotten Tomatoes here. Right, okay, yes. So the Patreons of a sneak preview see over a zombie filled to heavy metal music in a Berlin theatre. And I'll read that again. Patreons of a sneak preview see over a zombie fueled to heavy metal music in Berlin theatre. That is a bit of a weird synopsis, isn't it? It's demons, though, isn't it? It's not zombies. Maybe zombies are demons. Well, they get infected, don't they?
Yeah, they get infected. Yeah.
Pretty fast, don't they? In fact,
what is the tagline?
Oh, it's in Italiano, I think. Oh no, it hasn't even got a tagline. Hang on a minute. I'll look. I'll just no. There's no tagline. I can't see any. No, there's not.
I found one.
Oh, you found one.
Yeah, the tagline is it's an actual line in the film. They will make cemeteries their cathedrals, and cities will be your tombs.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. There we go. We got another one. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. What's it? So it's even got a warning on this particular poster. There we go. So warning. This film contains scenes which are considered shocking! Exclamation marks. One under 17s will not be admitted unless accompanied by a parent or a guardian. That's actually how scary it is. And the actual poster has got an actual scene from the actual movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's normally they kind of exaggerate what's going to go on in a movie, and you see the actual poster. It's nothing to do with the film. It's like weird. It's like that's not even in it. But this actual one has got the bit where it's a bit scary and where their eyes are lit up and stuff like that.
That's the iconic.
Yeah. So that's an actual real life actual.
Yeah.
Actual
so
and it's Italian as well, isn't it? The thing we forgot to mention.
So it's an Italian production, as we found throughout our podcasting career. The Italians did produce a lot of horror back in the 80s. So it's an Italian production, but filmed in Germany.
Yeah, I thought it was in America first, because it was the underground, wasn't it? It was subway.
Yeah, but Berlin does have a subway.
Well, I know that now.
Yeah.
But I thought it was in New York. I was like, okay, right, now we're in New York, because it had like a lot of punks on it, didn't it?
Yeah, perhaps we'll try to get the old New York feel, but it was in Berlin. In fact, The cinema Metropolis is still there. It's a club now, apparently. I was having a look at. Anyway, so just to introduce you to the runners and riders, well, the main ones anyway. So Urbano Barberini is George, Natasha Hovey as Cheryl, and Carl Zinni as Ken, and Paula Lozzo as Kathy. There are our main people in the movie, and like I said, some of the music is performed by Motley Crue and Billy Idol. Very rock and roll soundtrack in it.
Yeah, I found it on the Spotify. In fact, it's got the music from it as well.
Yeah.
The instrumental stuff from it.
It's very good. It's very electronic.
Just type in Demons into your Spotify account, and it just pops up. It is an actual quite a nice little mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of music, heavy metal, punk music, and retro music as well. I was humming it. In fact, it was quite cool.
Yeah. So we begin with Cheryl, a young lady who's on the underground, and she's on going along, and she sees she's accosted by a man with a rather nice silver mask embedded in his skull.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
He must take a lot to buff up that, but yeah, he's handing out free tickets to the Metropolis to watch a movie there. So Cheryl asks him for another one and asks him, "Oh, have you come with a mask to promote the film?" He doesn't say anything. He just looks at her and scuttles off, evoking perhaps Phantom of the Opera. I was thinking Phantom of the Opera.
I mean, because it was a demon, I don't know why he's wearing. I don't know quite why he was wearing that. It looks quite scary, I guess, but maybe just wore it for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I literally don't know. I mean, he's a demon, so he can do what he wants.
So Cheryl meets up with her friend Kathy outside, and they try to bunk off class, and they hunt down the cinema in town.
I thought
at first they didn't know where it was, and they just wander around and hey presto. So perhaps that adds to the mystique of it all.
Yeah, they were asking. So obviously they live in this city, but they don't know where the actual theatre is. Now, if you in the back now these times 2020 2021, it's like easily just bang it into the Apple Maps and there you go. But they don't know where it is, so they're kind of like wandering around the city back in 1980. It's like, oh, and then they found. Maybe it's just like transports itself whenever it wants to, really.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, so that adds to the mystique of the cinema. Perhaps it just it wants you to find it, so it finds. So they find it. So they go to the cinema. They go in there, and there's a lot of other people there milling around, and in the foyer we see lots of posters of other 80s, not 80s, but other posters of films like Terminator's there. Do you see that?
I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, you have a Terminator movie poster
No,
was
I
there.
didn't see that.
The original one, Nosferatu. That was in there as well, and something about nukes. I don't know about that one.
AC/DC as well.
Yeah, there was an AC/DC thing poster in there as well, and there's that woman in green. What do they call like a usher? Usher. Throughout this whole film, she's portrayed as some sort of menacing figure, isn't she?
Yeah, I thought she was. Yeah.
It don't pay off.
No,
it's bizarrely played. Like she's in on it, but she's obviously not because she's the one screaming around. But we're also introduced to Ken and his mate George, both three single men about
lads
town.
about town with one of their jumpers around their necks.
Yes, so
The
they
typical 80s.
Typical 80s, and they get to talk to Cheryl and Kathy.
Hi, girls.
Yeah.
Is this cock machine giving you trouble?
Yeah.
And smashes it, don't it? Bang.
Like Fonzie.
But
Yeah.
I thought it was product placement was Coca-Cola.
Probably was. Yeah.
But later in the film, what happens?
Yeah. They change it from Coke to Coke.
To proper Coke. To actual Coke.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Keys and bags.
Yeah. Keys and bag. But in the foyer, what do we see in the foyer?
A bike with a demon head on it. A demon mask on it.
What else?
Oh, yeah, the samurai sword.
Yes.
Which
So
wasn't even in the movie. In the movie what they went to see.
yeah, I know. So that's why it's random. So what are we? So we're saying that's a Chekhov bike, a Chekhov samurai.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Chekhov found me out there. Yep.
Hiya, Chekhovs.
Because it's
Hashtag.
yeah, because that bike and the samurai sword don't play any part in the well, it might do because you don't actually finish watching the movie. So they all going in. There's different people. Now I want to talk about. What's he called now? But Tony the pimp.
Tony. Oh right, yeah. I thought he was really cool. He was.
Man,
But he wasn't a pimp. It was his mates apparently.
No.
Was he just being like coy with him?
No. The way he was talking to him, and he's also down as Tony the Pimp on IMDb somewhere when he's
really?
giving out quotes. Yeah.
All right.
Tony the Pimp. So Tony the Pimp is very good in play. He must have fringe benefits of taking his girls to watch movies. So he's there. We've also got a blind man with his. Now I thought it was going to be his girlfriend, but I think it was his daughter. I think it was daughter.
Yeah, I think that was his daughter.
Yeah. I think because he said there was a lie. He said, "Oh, that's my little girl."
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
his daughter.
It was his daughter.
So they all go in, and there's lots of other people in there. And now, one of the girls who's with Tony tries on that silver mask, and she cuts herself.
As you do.
Cuts herself, and Tony's like, "Don't touch it, man! Don't touch it! Come here, whore!"
I was just thinking. I thought like this demon is like wanting someone to do this, isn't he? Really, it's like you wouldn't really touch it, would you? But then this lady just randomly picks up and cuts herself.
Yeah.
So the demon's thinking that someone's got to do that, haven't they? Yeah. Someone's got to pick it up. Come on, pick it up.
Everyone picks up something, don't they? Hands.
Well, yeah, I guess clammy hands and stuff like that. But yeah. But one of his whores picks it up and scratches herself with it.
So they're all in the cinema and they're watching this film, a horror film, and they're watching it, and it's 4 teenagers in a crypt. What's the
Nostradamus?
That's the one. Yeah. So they say Nostradamus is buried in this crypt, and they come across a thing on the wall, something written on the wall, and it's a tagline from the movie. She brushes it off, and again, they will make cemeteries their cathedrals, and cities will be your tombs. So one of the guys says, he predicted this, that, and the other, and also predicted the arrival of demons. And one of the girls go, "Well, that didn't happen, did it?" So the film that they're watching, the gang find a mask. They find the coffin of. I keep blanking on his name now. What's his name?
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus's coffin. And they take it out, and there's his mask, and one of the. Was it a bloke or a girl?
There was a bloke. He went Happy Halloween. Oh, Trevor, you shouldn't be wearing that.
So then he cuts himself, and then all of a sudden, the girl who put the mask on in the cinema starts to bleed, and then she has to go to the toilet, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And so she's in this grotty toilet, and then all of a sudden, the cut on her starts to
pulsate, doesn't it? Yeah.
Goo starts to come out, and it's quite graphic. I was eating dinner, at the time. I just like, oh god, it's here. So Puss started to come out, and then it cuts back to the cinema, and they're still watching this film, and by now, the people in the film are being chased, and so Tony's other lady friend then goes back, goes to the toilet to see where her friend is. She goes in there, and she's turned into a demon. And the demon starts chasing the girl about, and she ends up behind the screen of the film that's been shown, and she gets scratched on her neck, doesn't she?
Well, more than scratch, isn't it?
Big
It's
massive
horrible.
claw mark on her
I must say the special effects for this particular film is fantastic. It is, considering it's a low budget.
Gory.
I mean, it doesn't let up, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't mess about.
It's right in your face.
Yeah.
So she crashes through the screen, and then everyone gets up, and Tony's like, "Oh no, look at her. She's hurt. There's a maniac about. There's a maniac about." Oh, in the meantime, so whilst all this is going on, the blind guy is sat next to his daughter. Then another guy sits next to his daughter, and they start making out, don't they?
Yeah, just random. I was so random. I was like, well, where's this guy come from? Maybe she organised a date with this guy?
I think so, yeah, because his father's blind. So then they start making out somewhere else. The blind man's going, shouting out her name, can't find her. The demon then starts to strangle
them both, don't
strangle
they?
them both.
yeah, double kill.
Whilst in an embrace. So
When they're kissing you, so they're still kissing as well, but the blood's coming out of the mouth. I was like, wow, what a way to go.
So back in the cinema, Tony's girl then starts to reanimate, and she starts to turn into a demon, and it's all going crazy. It's all kicking off, and then all of a sudden, the male who's strangled, then his body drops down, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. He literally that's quite shocking. I was like, didn't expect that. So he's hanging. He's gotten hanged.
So he's there. So
That's a mission statement right there.
So it caused absolute panic and mayhem in the cinema now. So they all run towards the exits, and they're all banging on the door. The door's locked, so they're screaming and they're tearing out the door, and the door falls apart, and it's all bricked off. So they're trapped in a cinema.
It's a trap.
So they're all in the cinema now, and they're trying to get away from this demons now.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Yeah. So they're all so some go through the ventilators, the air vents.
Yeah.
Like Die Hard. They get picked off one by one. Like you said, some of the effects, like just tearing their hair off, scalping them. The blind guy finds his daughter on the floor, and the demon pokes. Well, he can't see his eyes because he's blind, but he pokes his eyes out, and you can see him like that. And during this whole thing, when people, because they all end up, don't they, on the stalls,
beds,
and they put the seats against the exits and all sat there. So in the meantime, we kept getting cutbacks, don't we, to a gang of punks in a stolen car.
Oh yeah, this was a bit weird, and then literally went nowhere. I thought there's something going to massively happen. I thought they were going to be the heroes.
Yeah. So they're in the car doing the old
keys and bags.
It's obvious.
From a Coke can.
Yeah.
It was heavily promoted within a Coke can.
And then he gets his straw out and
starts to sniff it. Within the Coke. I was like, well, huh?
I mean,
how you do it?
Fair play to Coca-Cola. If that's where they were going with that promotional, I don't know. I don't know if they allowed it or not.
It is kind of. You think if you're doing that, you get like a generic Coke, wouldn't you? Like just like your own branded Coke, but not Coca-Cola. It's wondering.
Perhaps it's more of a liberal
Yeah, I just
company back then. I don't know. I don't know. Imagine
weird.
that going to Coca-Cola going, yeah, we're going to have these punks and they're going to be snorting cocaine from your Coke can. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay with us.
Yeah, it was very strange. Yeah, and they go around and then they happen to stop near the
cinema.
Cinema, don't they?
Yeah.
Theatre.
So they're beside the cinema. They can hear the noise, and then the police rock up, tell them to stop, halt, stay where you are. But they all get out and run down a blind alley. Then all of a sudden, a door creaks open. And they all run in. This way. And as they go in, someone stumbles out, don't
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear.
Someone stumbles out. You can't see who it is. But they stumble out behind a car, and the police turn up and go, where they gone? Where they gone? They hear this shuffling around behind a car. And then they go around, and it's the blind man with his eyes poked out. And he bites them. And he comes back to the cinema.
Yeah, and you're thinking, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. So the punks are then trapped in the cinema, and the guys up in the stalls, the rest of the group think that they are saved, but they're not. They're not. Tony,
they actually try. I forgot this, but they actually try to stop the movie, don't they? They try to stop it, don't they?
Yeah.
Because they think
If they stop
they stop the movie, then all this
demons will stop.
demon shit will stop,
But
won't
it
they?
doesn't.
But then the guy who's a blind guy says,
does.
"It's not the movie, it's the theatre.
It's the theatre.
It's the theatre, darling, sweetheart."
Yes.
And they go, "What?"
Yeah.
So yeah.
So so they think they're going to be saved by these because they hear gunfight going on.
Yeah.
And they're all excited.
Yeah.
And then unlucky Tony the pimp.
Oh, I like Tony.
Yeah, Tony the pimp.
I thought he was going to be a major character.
Yeah, he would have been good. He would have been a good main character. He gets dispatched, doesn't he? He gets bitten.
He gets bitten on the leg.
Yeah.
And I thought, I mean, he had some cracking good lines.
Yeah.
He had some really good lines. What are you talking about? You're talking shit.
Good. It was good. Good voiceover. I don't know who did the voiceover, but he was good. So they're all trying to take the barricades down, apart from our four main people who don't want, and so they run off separately. Don't they? They run off separately.
Yeah, they seem to have another plan to everybody else because everybody else just gets killed, don't they?
Yeah. And so they run off trying to find somewhere to escape. So they start running off, and then they find the vent, don't they? They find the air conditioning.
Yeah, they managed to escape, and then they find the same vent as the other people that tried to escape but failed.
So they're all there, and then Kathy, who's was unconscious, and she's facing away, and then Kathy turns around and she's like, "Who are you?
Yeah,
where am I? Where am I?" And then she turns back, so it's the back of her head. Then she turns back again, and she's getting even more demon-esque.
Demon-esque
And
with
then,
it.
and then the
eyes.
final one is like bang.
Oh yeah,
She's
that's
got
it.
green goo coming out from her mouth,
And the teeth are
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
And, oh no,
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah.
Nasty.
So Ken caves her head in.
Straight away.
Bang, done. You're dead. Sorry, Kathy. No second chances. You're dead.
It's not Kathy anymore. It's not Kathy anymore. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So they end up running away from the demons. At this point, the demons have got these great
Glowy eyes.
glowy eyes.
Yeah.
Glowy eyes. Very amazing look. I don't know how they did it, but with the back, so the backlit most of the time, and they've got these demon eyes. Some are yellow, some are red. I thought something might have been going on there. The yellow and red eyes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking too deep into that.
Yeah.
So they end up back in the foyer, and poor old Ken has been scratched, hadn't he?
He was scratched.
He was scratched by
Kathy.
by Kathy.
Yeah.
And he's like saying, kill me now, please kill me. I don't want to be one of them.
I don't want you to see me like this.
I don't want to see you. I don't want you to see me like this. So he then walks off and, he gets hold of the Chekhov samurai, gives it to his pal, and he walks off. He turns back and turns into a demon. Meantime, Cheryl's like backing off into the cinema.
Mm-hmm.
And he beheads, George beheads Ken. I'm sure. Did we see that? I don't think we did we?
No.
He takes a swing.
I think he just takes a swing. Yeah.
So Cheryl's now back in the cinema, and she's been approached by all the demons who are after her, and then who appears but George on the Chekhov bike with his Chekhov samurai. All 80s movies have got to have samurai or a bike.
Mm-hmm. And this has two.
It's the law. So they've combined it. And what happens then is that they get on the bike and they start slashing away at the demons in the cinema. They're on the seats.
This is a good 5 minutes of action of this guy going around the cinema on a bike with a big samurai with a woman on the back.
Yeah, classic 80s.
I thought it was just this was it. It was like this is the 80s. Yeah. It's like you had punks in there as well.
So So the punks who are now demonized.
They're demonized.
They're
a lot like in Culture.
Yeah.
See what they did there?
Political. My name's Ben Elton. Good night. So we get a long sequence of them on a bike,
chopping heads, asking questions later.
And they eventually fall off
because there's so much blood everywhere.
Fall off the bike, and then all of a sudden this is the maddest thing I've seen in this movie. They hear a thud.
This is weird.
A thud on the ceiling. Boom. 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 And you're like, what's going on up there? And then what do you know? Then it always happen. A full-size helicopter smashes through the ceiling.
That always happens to me.
Just like, what? With?
This is a Tuesday. This is what's going on here?
I'm just like, they actually managed to get a full-size helicopter in this building.
Yeah,
for this scene, I was just like gobsmacked. So I kind of like thinking, well, why is there a helicopter through that scene? And then I realised the blind guy had escaped, hadn't he?
Well,
out of the cinema and he's bitten someone. So I was thinking, all right, I was just thinking ahead there. So, all right, so he's obviously bitten people and it's now infected, and now this helicopter has smashed. So it's smashed through the ceiling, and so Ken gets a rope, and in fact, this is another 80s trope, isn't it? With the climbing gear. He gets he fires it up and it attaches itself onto something.
Yeah.
And the helicopter's got this winch thing going on.
I mean, to think about it, to come up with that, it's like you need to get from A to B, and so you need something to get there to there. And like they're thinking, what can we do? How can we get from there to there? I know we'll crash a helicopter in the cinema. They'll have a winch, and we'll get up there and be like, that's brilliant.
I think someone might have been on the old
Coca-Cola. Yeah, Coca-Cola.
The night before.
It's like, we'll do that. We'll get a helicopter. Yeah. How much will it cost? Does it matter? We'll just get it. I reckon they must have seen one somewhere for free and thought, we'll use that. Do it.
Yeah. So they managed to get up on the roof, and then they see different windows, don't they, of people who've been infected by the demons. So they realise that the people out in the real world now are infected with the demons. I'm also looking at this with the guy with the metal face.
He's back.
Turns up at last.
I
was like wondering what what was his role in all this apart from handing out free tickets? Is he the gatekeeper, or it's never really fully explained? So he tries to kill both of them, but they end up forcing his head.
Yeah, they managed to, and then
onto an iron
thing
rod, and it pokes him very slowly.
pokes him in the eye.
Pokes him in the eye, kills him, or does it? I don't know.
He's a demon. He probably
We
survived.
don't really know what his backstory is. There was no explanation as to what his big role was. I don't know. A strange one.
Maybe it's his master or something.
Possibly. If he'd been in the cinema, but he doesn't really explain it. His role. So we're left with Ken and Cheryl, and they get down off the roof and they're chased, and then all of a sudden a white Jeep pulls up with a husband and wife.
Brand new characters.
Yeah, husband and wife and kid. I don't think the wife is age appropriate to the husband.
Was it his wife? Was that his? I thought that was his daughter.
No, that's his wife, because the kid goes mummy and daddy.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like 20 odd. He must be in his late 50s.
Well, the two people kiss the man and the woman kissing the man's daughter. She was kissing an older man.
No, yeah,
that was quite weird. I was like,
strange.
Yeah.
So they. So they say to the driver, where you going? And he goes, well, I'm going up west. I've seen some strange lights, so there's possibly some people who survived. And then the credits start rolling, and you're thinking, all right, okay, well they've managed to escape. They've gone, but no, what's this? What is this? Cheryl's. It does a close up of Cheryl feeling her neck. And it's pulsating, and you're going, oh no, and then Cheryl turns around and she's fully demon, and the kid who's got the shotgun turns around, bang, and she's on the floor, and they drive off into the sunset. The end. Yeah. So throughout this movie as well, we got the soundtrack from. Who did I say? Motley Crue and Billy Idol, which was, added to it, and the instrumentals as well. All good. But yeah, it's an interesting movie. We have got Demons 2 to watch and talk about soon.
Yeah,
for Halloween. These movies are on Apple Movies.
Yeah, they're out for free.
99p. 99p rental. You could buy it for £3.
But they're all well worth it. I mean, the first one I kind of really enjoyed. Good pacing, action, blood, horror,
suspense. Yeah.
Good characters. Well, the pimp was a good character. I really enjoyed him, but they didn't use him that great. He's in that, and the punks as well. I particularly like them.
Yeah,
but again, they weren't really used. I'll be honest with you. They were there and maybe just to extend maybe the film a little bit, with them driving around the stolen vehicle that they had, listening to what they were listening to. They were listening to an 80s music.
Yeah, they were. I can't remember.
Which I should particularly like. But
some great kills as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
there was lots of horror.
Lots of horror in there. Lots of horror. It split the critics as well. Here we go. A movie that can support the description awesome and stupid in equal measures. That was a good review. The film's performance, dialogue, and storyline all suffer from unmistakable vibe of incompetence. That was harsh. Classic party movie that you have to watch with friends and a load of beer because you'll not get bored at all from that. So pretty diverse film as it was. Now, keep forgetting to do this. Now the critics gave it 60%, which is a nice fresh tomato. What did the audience give it?
49.
No, they got a 65er. Yeah, it got a 65%, which is popcorn fresh.
Cool.
Out of 10,000 reviews, only 10 views by the actual reviewers on that particular one, and it spawned. It was meant to be like a trilogy,
All right.
wasn't it? It was meant to be a trilogy. So they've done Demons and then Demons 2, which we are watching, and then there's a third one called Church.
All right.
Which I don't know. Well, we ain't going to do that one, I don't think. But it's Church. It's called Church for some reason. So, that was it, really. There's nothing else to really talk about it, really. I haven't really seen anything about it. On the 20th anniversary, they did like a live orchestra for it. I think 1995. I think they did that. They did like a live orchestra with it.
Yeah, the actual cinemas in West Berlin.
Yeah. So they did a sequels to it. Demons 2 been shooting in May 1986 and released in October 9th, 1986 in Italy. The main woman, was it Cheryl?
Yes.
Cheryl
Natasha Holve.
Natasha Holve. She went on to become. She did a lot of adverts. Some films, some more films, a little bit more films, and she retired in 1998 to France.
Mm.
She did that, and that's what happened to her. What else? No, that was it. And Tony the Pimp. Nothing on Tony the Pimp at all.
Sad days.
Yeah, I think I would love like a prequel to that.
Yeah.
With him.
Yeah.
I don't know, doing stuff.
A whole series of Tony the Pimp.
Tony the Pimp. Yeah. So, but that was about it. That's it. Yeah. So what? We're gonna do our little quizzes, aren't we?
Yep. Are you going to do yours first?
I sure am. I'm going to do my quiz first. The don't quote me on this. Well, here we are. Don't quote me on this. Don't quote me on this. Yeah, this is my quiz, part of the podcast, where I have a look. I delve into the top 10 or the top 50 sometimes of a film in that year, and the year was 1985. I do hope it was, because I've looked at it. Yes, I did. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
definitely. 1985. This particular film, I think, is still it's a very iconic film, and it came in at number 8 in the top 10 grossing movies of 1985. In 1985, Back to the Future was number 1. That was number 1. Number 2 was Rambo First Blood Part 2. Beverly Hills Cop, Rocky, Cocoon, Dream. The Dreamer is Alive? The Dream is Alive? That was a documentary. Never heard of it. But this was at number 8. And I'm going to quote from this movie. Some of the quotes are a little bit obscure. And so here we go. In the context of the movie, it does make sense. But I'm just going to randomly do it. But I don't think you're going to do it. I don't think you're going to get any of it until I do a particular one. Okay, here we go. You might even get it on this one. I don't know. Here we go. Okay. Michael Jackson didn't come over to my house to use the bathroom.
The only thing I think of would be Lethal Weapon.
No. No, he wasn't. Here we go. So you wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
What? You wouldn't be here if it wasn't?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't? You wouldn't?
Within the context of the film, it must have meant something, and that's why it became iconic. So, yeah.
No.
This was from the baddie, from one of the major baddies. I never felt so bad in my entire life.
Are these famous lines? Or just
Well, they are. They must be.
Die Hard.
No.
No.
I love the dark, but I hate nature.
I love the dark, but I hate nature. I love the dark. I love the dark. I love the dark, but I hate nature. Batman.
No.
No.
The stupid guys tell me to use the stairs.
Stupid guys tell me to use the stairs. The stupid guys tell me to use the stairs. Someone in a wheelchair?
No.
No.
Okay. Jerk alert.
No. I can't. No. Go on.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna do the. You're gonna get it straight away. It's 2 words. Oh no, 3 words. Yeah, 3 words. 3 words. You'll get it. You'll get it straight away. You gotta get it. Here we go. Hey, you guys.
Oh, Goonies.
Yes, it's the Goonies.
Goonies.
Yeah.
I don't know any of those quotes apart from "Hey, you guys."
Goonies say
Michael Jackson
Goonies
never
never say die.
Yeah. Michael
Yeah.
Jackson never used me.
Well, apparently it's the guy, the Chuffle Shuffle, the guy,
Yeah.
the Chuffle Shuffle. So I think he just makes up stories or something like that, something daft. And then he's probably mentioned Michael Jackson, but then he was like, no, you never came and used my toilets. Yeah. If I found One-Eyed Willie's rich stuff, I'd pay all my dad's bills so maybe he could get to sleep at night.
Yeah. It was all about repossessing his house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you? You're in the clouds and we're in the basement. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think any of those lines are iconic.
Well, I don't know. It says here. I think within the context of the movie, it must be. It must be iconic. But the Goonies, and that was they were meant to do a. They were meant to do like a redoing, or they were meant to do a some sort of a prequel to it or sequel. No, a sequel to it, wouldn't they?
I don't think so. No.
No.
Have they got something in the works?
I thought they were. I thought they had there, but the Goonies. I mean, I love the Goonies. Whenever it's playing on TV, I always like watch it. You know, I've got to watch it.
Yeah.
So but that was. Don't quote me on this. Yeah, so that was my little quizzy. So next up, you've got one as well, James, haven't you?
Yeah, it's the game show that is Sweep of the Nation.
Sweep of the
Whose
Nation.
synopsis is it anyway?
Great. We'll get straight into that show. Here it is. Whose synopsis is it anyway?
The game show that is sweeping the nation. Sweeping the nation. Whose synopsis is it anyway?
Yes, so whose synopsis is it anyway? I'll be using the book VHS video cover art, where the author has put in the video VHS cover art into a book, and I will be reading the title, and if Warren gets the synopsis right, he will get 3 points. If you don't get that right, I will give him a tagline, and if he gets that right, if he gets synopsis right, he will get 2 points for that. And then if you don't get it from that, I'll then describe the art cover on the VHS, and if he gets it from that, he will get 1 point. Are we clear on the rules?
Crystal clear. Absolutely.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes, let's
Okay.
do this.
So I'm going to transport you back to a 1987 where there's no Netflix and no Amazon, and you're looking for something to watch, and you go into your local video store. You're wandering along, and there's no Rambo 2 for you. There's no Beverly Hill Cops either. 2 films you wanted to watch. So you're walking along, and then something catches your eye. It's glimmering up at the top shelf. You look at it, you take it off. You read the title. The title says, Occupational Killer.
Ooh, right.
Occupational Killer.
Occupational killer, eh? It sounds like a rogue. I'm gonna go off script here. I'm gonna say a rogue doctor. A rogue doctor who has a penchant for killing his patient in weird and wonderful, grotesque, medical ways. In a mental hospital? Yeah, I'm going to say that.
You were wrong to go off road there, off piste, off script.
Really?
Yep, that's not. No, it's not. It's not even close to.
Really?
Not even close.
Flipping heck.
I think occupational is perhaps.
Well, occupational killer.
Steering you in the wrong direction.
Well, occupational killer, that's an occupation, isn't it? Doctor.
I'm not making the synopsis here.
Flipping heck. Right, okay, well.
Do you want the tagline?
If you think it'll help.
No, it won't do. The tagline's really poor. It's like purple on black. This story is true. It will shock you beyond belief.
What? Right. It's true. It can't be true. Right, occupational killer. Right, so I reckon he is an assassin who's out for revenge because of a drug dealer has taken his wife hostage or killed. Hostage or killed? I'm going to go for killed. Yes, killed. And then he's out for revenge. Got it.
No.
What?
You got 2 words right in there. You got drugs and killed.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to describe the artwork for you? It's
Yes.
drawn, by the way. It's
Oh,
drawn,
right, okay.
drawn artwork, but it's very nice. Very nice.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's right. Okay. So on the front, we've got a female dressed in a revealing black top. She's carrying a smoking handgun. In the background, we've got a figure wearing a hat, all dressed in black. You can't really see his face. In front of her, there's someone with a fired gun. He's firing, and he's like going through a window at the same time. And then we've got a man with a mustache, and he's firing. I think could it be a fire gun, flamethrower? It looks like a flamethrower. It could be a flamethrower. Yeah. So that's about it.
God damn, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
So I got drugs and I got killer right. Right. So
Killings.
that killings.
Yeah.
Drugs, killing. So it is. Is it 2 fractions of a group trying to get hold of all these drugs, and town folks are in the middle of it all, or in a forest somewhere because of the budget restraints? That's it.
I'm going to be generous with you. I'll give you 1 point because there's 2 factions.
Oh, great! Yeah.
And there's drugs involved. Which I mean, once you hear me read out the synopsis, you'll be ticking off the 80s bingo. Yep. So the Chekhov army. If you've got your Chekhov bingo cards ready, are you ready for the synopsis?
Yes.
Okay. The shocking true story of a drug dealing operation, and the lengths to which they are prepared to go when a child tick goes missing, the police encounter an organisation in the midst of importing a large shipment of cocaine.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Coke cans.
In Coke cans, yeah. After covering the airport, there is a shootout. They apprehend the couriers, but to their horror, the child is dead.
Oh no.
He was being used to transport the drugs. So was he a drug mule? Did they have it inside him?
Good Lord.
I mean, child killing we're talking about here. And where was that? Yeah. Now the police have the shipment. The organisation starts blaming each other. A series of street killings, a crazed gunman shooting up a restaurant, half a dozen people killed at a private party. The crazed gunman
Gunman.
is still at large and he's getting a tip off every time the police get close. He has to be stopped
At all cost.
Yeah. So we've got no idea who this gunman is. Is he on the side of the organisation? Is he trying to get the drugs back? We're not too sure. It wasn't known by anything else apart from the occupational killer. It was distributed by Video Program Distributors Limited, and the release date was 1987, and the artist not applicable. So there we go. The Occupational Killer. If anyone out there has seen said film, let us know how it was, and is it worth watching?
Indeed.
Indeedy do.
And that was your quiz.
The game show that is sweeping the nation. Sweeping the nation. Whose synopsis is it anyway?
Yeah, that was your little quizzy. Whose synopsis anyway? That will return tomorrow because we're doing another one, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, so that will return for that will return tomorrow. So hopefully, it'll be James' term next. So, what have we been up to, and what have we been watching for the past 2 weeks? Say, what are your recommendations for the listener out yonder?
Mine's gone blank. Have we talked about Squid Game?
No, I don't think because we've not done it for 3 weeks. I think you binged it in about a week, didn't you?
Yeah,
It was about 7 episodes.
Yeah, it's about 8. Yeah, something like seven or 8
7
episodes.
episodes. Yeah, it's been a phenomenal
Yeah.
phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Yeah.
Phenomenon.
Yeah, it's the Korean. I'm sure I've not mentioned it before.
You might. I don't know. But
Anyway,
probably
well,
remind
if
us.
you have, it's worth delving into. It's a Korean-made series about people who are desperate for money, and they've got to play a series of games.
Kids games, isn't it?
Kids games, and it's currently sweeping the whole of the world.
Yeah. It was
Everyone-
on. It's been
everyone's
on
talking
Twitters,
Yeah.
Facebooks, everything, Instagram. Everybody's raving about it. I reckon. I'm going to say this now. They're going to probably do either an American version of it. I think.
I've no doubt about that whatsoever. Yeah.
Yeah, or an English one. And people are saying, like, what kind of games would it be if an English one? Our childhood games. Like, you had Bulldog, didn't you?
Yeah, Bulldog Conquers,
Bulldog Conquers.
Tag, something like
Tag,
Tag,
yeah.
something like that. I don't know.
Is it Tag?
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek. That was a big one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then but they had 6, wasn't it? They had green light, blue light. Wasn't
Yes,
it? That was the first one.
Yeah, it's their version of.
And then there was the not the candy. It was the honeycomb one.
Yeah.
Where
The
they had-
shape ones.
Yeah, the shape one. They have to cut out a shape without breaking it,
Yeah.
or they get killed.
Yeah.
And then what was the third? I haven't got to the third one yet. I've been watching it. I'm up to episode. I think I'm up to episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's marbles, and they had marbles tug of war, and where they have to walk across a glass bridge, and some of the glass isn't reinforced, and then
The lava is the floor's lava. That'd be a good one.
yeah, and then there was the final one.
That's no spot one.
That's a squid game.
I don't know what that is. It was. I don't know why it was.
It was at the start of it, but I didn't really understand it.
I didn't understand the actual Squid Game or why it was called a squid. I know it's a squid, but it's just
it's a Korean thing.
It's a Korean thing.
But there's going to be there'll be a thingy with it, a continuation.
Yeah, well, apparently it was one of the biggest ones Netflix ever done. Apparently.
Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah,
and so yeah, that's. I mean, I've seen about 4. I'm into about the 4th episode of that. So I've been watching that, and then I've been watching. I tell you what, a lot I've been watching is the Walking Dead series. Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. I watched all of that. That was free. I think season 6 is free on Amazon. Because I think season 7 is currently airing on BT and over in England. Don't know where else it's been aired. But yeah, on Amazon it is now free. It is free on the Amazon. I've been watching that. I think there's about 12 episodes in it. One of my favourite characters were killed. I mean, this series. I mean, the whole series is like your characters come and go willy nilly. No one's safe, and the guy got killed over nothing. And there was a massive thing happened at the end of it, which I didn't expect. But it's going to continue on season 8 or whatever it was. I've been watching Walking Dead, the original series, and Walking Dead Beyond. That's the kind of a kids one. It's not kids friendly, but it's more teenagers angst beyond the Walking Dead franchise.
Yeah, I don't watch Walking Dead anymore.
And also, well, I know you don't watch because you got bored of it. But then there's going to be an anthology series, the Walking Dead anthology series. Concentrating on, I think, 6 characters within the Walking Dead universe. It's going to concentrate on that. That's going to be next year, I think. And then there's going to be the Walking Dead films with Rick Grimes going to be in it.
Yeah.
So it is like a mass universe. For the Walking Dead fans, I'm still a fan. I mean, I don't know whether you guys, I mean, if you're still watching it, I don't know, but I'm enthralled with it. I love the Walking Dead, and it's going to be the final series of the Walking Dead this year. It's going to be split into 2, so it's going to continue until around about what is it? 2022, well into 2022, and then there's going to be another series. With Carol and Daryl. Is it Carol and Daryl? They're from the original ones. So there's going to be another series. There's going to be a separate series for them. So if you like The Walking Dead, man alive, it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be like Marvel. It's going to be like Marvel. Also talking of Marvel, DC released. Well, yeah, Marvel, DC, but DC. Man alive, they unpacked a lot of stuff the other week, didn't they? They had the Batman trailer.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That looks really interesting. They're heavily on the Riddler, heavily to do with the Riddler. It's more like grounded like Christopher Nolan's Batman's trilogies. I thought, but very, very dark. Very dark. And you've got Ezra Miller, The Flash.
Yeah.
They dropped a little teaser for that with the original Batman talking over it as well. Michael Keaton, yeah, and they teased the hell out of that. And that's coming out maybe next year. They're still filming it. It's still into production, so that's still going on. And then they even teased Black Adam with the Rock, Dwayne Rock Johnson. Yeah. And they still and just teased it, just a little tease. That was it, and that's coming out next year as well. And that's what we've been watching. That's what we've been watching.
I started watching. Is it The Mass? The Mass on Sky Atlantic.
Oh, no, that's on Netflix. The Black Mass.
Yeah.
Midnight Mass.
Yeah, it's Midnight Mass. No, it's Sky Atlantic, isn't it?
No, I watched it on Netflix. It's on Netflix. Is it to do with that guy who comes back and there's an island in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah. Was that Netflix? Yeah, I've got the 3 episodes of that, but I've not finished watching it yet.
I caned that. I actually caned it. I think there's about 6 No, it must be that eight. And it's eight episodes, one and done. It's gone.
Yeah, it looks. It's piqued me interest, but like I said, I just didn't have time to.
It's interesting. It's a very interesting story. It's about vampires, basically. Is it?
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
It is. The story, it's great. I thought it was going to go somewhere else on it, but I would definitely recommend it. It is. I think it's one off series. It's a one off series basically, and really enjoyed it. I caned it. It's about an hour each one, isn't it?
And we watched the Trip. Is it the Trip? The Trip.
The Trip.
Yesterday.
Yes,
last night.
that was Is it Norwegian?
Scandinavian film about a couple who go to a log cabin to kill each other. It's a comedy, but the gore there's a hell of a lot of gore.
There is a lot
of gore in it.
Especially,
we can't go into too much detail because it'll spoil the film. But it's
surprisingly really, really good.
Yeah. Really
I was surprised how good it was. We watched what was it now? We watched
There's Someone Inside Your House.
Yeah,
that was rubbish.
That was
beyond rubbish.
Utter I didn't know. I thought it'd be. I don't know. It was. It wasn't what I expected. It was a teenage angst drama-ish
teenage thing with all kinds of.
With no consequences. I didn't get it. It was like this kid had a party at his dad's house, and that was just one scene, and then there was no talk about it. People were getting murdered left, right, and centre, weren't there? And there were no build up of cops, or nobody was getting questioned or anything like that. It was just like, oh, a murder happened, we move on.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, it wasn't. And
that was. I was like,
the person who ended up being the murderer, his motivation, I didn't quite understand.
No, his motivation was all over the place.
Everyone hides behind a mask.
Yeah, and he made the mask out of 3D printing.
Yeah.
And I was like going, even then it was meant to look like the victim's face. And I was like, no, it didn't look like the victim's face at all. No. So why you wasted 3 hours of your time printing this stuff?
Yeah, it wasn't very good. But ignore that and get the Trip.
Yeah.
The Trip is good. Anyway, right. So you could contact us on woodcop@bluetowermanchester.com. So you can check up on me, you can send us an email. Sponsor us, get involved. Let us know what you thought of the movie, what you watch, any recommendations. And at Woodcop771 on the old Twitter and James Robert Johnson on the Instagram.
Yeah, you can get in contact with me at Mr. B and MCR on the Twitters, and you can follow me on Twitters and on the old Instagram. You can also catch me on the Chef One Pandemic as well. That's my little podcast there. And,
are you changing the name?
What?
One Chef, One Pandemic. Once it's over.
I've been thinking. I've been thinking. I might just call it One Chef, One World or something daft. I don't know. I might change it. I'll have to see. Might change this one as well. I don't know yet.
What?
The James Owen lockdown movie talk. I don't.
No, because someone somewhere is always in lockdown.
Well, yeah. I was thinking James Warren
movie lockdown talk.
80s movie talk.
We'll discuss that after.
80s movie talk. I thought that's quite good. 80s, because I don't know, lockdown's finished now. We're not in lockdown anymore. Anyway, well, we might do. The cases are rising up. We might be in lockdown again. We might do more podcasts and what have you. You can also catch me on another podcast I do. I do it sometimes. I do the What's New movie review, where I talk about the movie that I watched recently within the cinema, and discuss movie news as well. So you can catch me on all those podcasts as well. So anyway, lots to think about. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Your listening does help, and please, if you want, it only takes a minute. Just give us a 5-star review on the Apple Podcasts. Literally, just 5-star. It only takes you a second, and maybe just give us a review, a quick review. It all helps. It does all help us get recognised, and us and the podcast to become bigger.
Grow.
And without you,
nothing.
It just doesn't do it. We couldn't do it. We really couldn't do it. So just literally thank you so much for listening. We've got set another one to come tomorrow.
Demon 2.
Demon 2. So thanks for listening and goodbye. Stay safe.